Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. If you're running a business, any kind of business, you're probably spending some time thinking about AI, what to do, how much to use it, and how to even get started. The answer could be in your pocket. The new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, powered by Vodafone Business's reliable, award-winning network, will help you unleash your productivity through brilliant built-in Galaxy AI. For example, Note Assist will automatically correct, fix the spelling, formatting and organise your meeting notes so you can stay tuned into the session without any worry. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. And the good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. Getting back to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. On today's Smart 7, Trump declares end to 12-day war, Zelensky in UK to meet King Charles, and much more. It's Tuesday, 24th of June, it's Fairy Day, and happy birthday, Mindy Kaling.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Monday saw Iran launch missiles at a US military base in Qatar in what was intended to be a show of force in retaliation for the US attack on Iran's nuclear facilities on Sunday morning. 13 of the 14 missiles fired were intercepted, and Donald Trump tweeted that he hoped Iran had got it out of their system and that a peace process can now begin. He also announced a ceasefire between the two sides, which will see an end to what he called the 12-day war. Although Iran fired multiple missile barrages at Israel early on Tuesday, Vice President J.D. Vance was on Fox News and he says the US attacks have paid off.
I think the Iranians are at a place where they don't want to keep on fighting, and tomorrow really is a new day. The end of the 12-day war, the end of the Iranian nuclear program, and I really do believe the beginning of something very big for peace in the Middle East.
Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister was in Moscow on Monday, meeting with Russian President Putin. Not surprisingly, Putin took Iran's side and offered his favourite drone-making ally the opportunity to work more closely together.
Unprovoked aggression against Iran has no justification. I'm glad you are in Moscow. This gives us an opportunity to think together about how we might find a way out of the current situation.
The Home Secretary Yvette Cooper announced on Monday that she is planning to prescribe the group Palestinian Action under terror laws. Her decision follows the protest group's break into RAF base Brize Norton in Oxfordshire, where they painted 2 planes red in protest at the ongoing war in Gaza. The move, if passed by Parliament, would see Palestinian Action treated as a terrorist organisation and make membership of the group illegal. Foreign Secretary David Lammy says the group has gone too far.
Palestinian Action have engaged in serious sabotage and criminal acts. What happened at RAF Brize Norton is a disgrace, and you can obviously do everything we can to bring about a ceasefire, but also be a friend of Israel.
Palestinian Action described the government decision as unhinged, and Palestine Action member Saeed Farouqi says it's an overreaction to being embarrassed by the security breach.
I think it's completely irrational, without precedent. I mean, it's a knee-jerk reaction from the government. Palestine Action was able to humiliate them and show serious flaws in the defenses of the RAF base itself.
At least 10 people died in another Russian attack on residential areas of Kyiv on Monday. The attacks on civilian targets have risen dramatically since Ukraine's sequence of Secret Service attacks on Russian military targets. Ukrainian President Zelensky was in the UK on Monday on his way to this week's NATO summit at The Hague, and he had a private meeting with King Charles before heading to Downing Street to meet PM Keir Starmer. The two discussed a new plan to jointly develop long-distance drones, which Zelensky says will deepen defence cooperation between the UK and Ukraine and help to stop Russia's terror. The duo also met with Ukrainian soldiers training in the UK as part of Operation Interflex.
Thank you, dear Prime Minister, dear Keir, thank you for invitation. And we are very thankful to people of the United Kingdom for such big support of Ukraine from the very beginning of this war.
The NHS has announced that weight loss drug Mounjaro can now be prescribed at GP surgeries, but it's also warning that the initial rollout will be severely limited. Mounjaro is one of the family of weight loss drugs known as a semaglutide, which were originally developed to help tackle type 2 diabetes, but have proven to be effective across a range of conditions. The government scheme aimed at tackling obesity will be rolled out to approximately 250,000 people over the next 3 years, and criteria for qualifying will include a range of serious conditions and a BMI of over 40. Professor Camilla Hawthorne, chair of the Royal College of General Practitioners, says the rollout may take some time.
At the moment, we're asking people not to approach their GPs directly because, we are so overwhelmed at the minute just with everyday general practice work. There will be local guidelines for GPs to follow, but I don't think we've actually received them as yet.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, there's a Roy Keane movie on the way, and The Edge picks up his Irish passport right after this. Hey, it's Jamie East here, and today's episode of the Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. When you're running your own business, pretty much anywhere can be your office. The spare room, the back garden, or, even the local cafe. And with the power of Vodafone Business's reliable award-winning network, combined with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, there's no limit to what you can do pretty much anywhere. For example, if you're working and caffeinating at the same time, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra will allow you to seamlessly complete actions across a whole range of apps to find relevant information and send it where it needs to go. It can even summarise YouTube videos for you and save it to Samsung Text Notes. That's the power of AI in your pocket. Turns out AI may be useful for more than just written work. Swiss scientists have developed an AI-powered robot that can play badminton with you. The good news is that while the tech took 5 years to develop, the robot's still easily beatable. And getting back to Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. And if you're using the seamless action across apps, it's compatible with selected languages only. You'll also need a Google account login, and the availability of search functions may vary by country, language and device. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. Welcome back. We've got less than a week to go until fans start to stake out the Murray Mound and Wimbledon 2025 gets underway. This year promises to be an entertaining spectacle with British tennis in good form after 6 Brits made it through to the second round at Roland Garros, and Jack Draper showed some impressive form in the early part of the season. Last year's women's champion was Barbora Krejcikova, who beat Jasmine Paolini in the final to win her first title, and she says she's really looking forward to getting back on centre court.
I'm very happy to come back, and I'm definitely very happy to play on the grass, and I'm looking forward for all the matches, and I'm looking forward to level up my game again, and to see where I am and how far I can go.
U2 are probably the world's most famous Irish band, but of course only 2 of the foursome are actually Irish. Well, that was until Monday when David Evans, more popularly known as The Edge, finally officially became an Irish citizen. U2's guitarist was actually born in Essex and his family are Welsh, but he has lived in Ireland since he was 1 year old. He's now 63 and was delighted to officially be sworn in as an Irish citizen at a ceremony in Killarney.
I'm a little tardy on the paperwork, but the time is right, and I couldn't be more proud of my country for all that it represents and all it's doing. It's showing real leadership right now in the world, and it couldn't have come at a better moment for me.
It's not just music stars from Ireland we're featuring in today's Smart 7. We're also celebrating one of the greatest sporting clashes Ireland has ever seen. That was the epic standoff between a young Roy Keane and Ireland manager Mick McCarthy over the 2002 World Cup, which took place in South Korea and Japan. Ireland had qualified and were at a training camp on the tiny island of Saipan when all hell broke loose after Roy Keane lost his cool over the poor preparations from Ireland's FAI. The events of Saipan have passed into Irish legend, and the movie version features Steve Coogan as Mick McCarthy and newcomer Éanna Hardwicke taking on the role of Keane. There's no release date yet, but it's a mystery why they didn't cast Brett Goldstein as Roy.
What makes him a great player on the pitch makes him a pain in the arse off it.
Roy Keane is not going home.
People are one side or another.
Roy Keane's done nothing wrong.
I feel he's let down his country.
What a bad joke.
He's the best player we have.
You done.
An earthquake shook the nation.
I don't think we're done.
You don't ever tell me when we're done. I'm just getting started.
You've been listening to the Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Ready to level up your everyday? Quince makes premium essentials without the premium price tag. From quality clothing and stylish accessories to travel staples and high-end home goods, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers high quality at half the cost of similar brands. Shop elevated essentials without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/levelup for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/levelup.